Hello and welcome to the Stanley Parable. I pressed begin game where I meant to, but I was begin. Yes, I've been meaning to do this for a while. Did record it, forgot to turn the audio on. Woohoo! Let's just check my mic is unmuted before we continue. Is my mic unmuted? Yes, it is. Okay. That's error 1 got out of the way. Number 2, university again. Got in the way. First free weekend I've had. It's not even a free weekend. Oh.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number
427. This is familiar.
427's job was simple. He sat
in
in
a
his
room and he pushed buttons
and he pushed buttons
on the keyboard.
Orders came to him through a
monitor on his desk,
telling him what buttons to push.
His monitor's changed a bit since the last time. It's actually a real computer this time.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
Stanley,
though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley
was happy. But then...
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Ooh.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Ooh.
Something he would never quite forget.
Oh.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour.
Nearly an hour.
He realized that not one
single order
arrived on the monitor for him
arrived
to follow.
on the monitor.
No one had showed up to give him instructions.
No one.
Call a meeting. Or even say hi.
No.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This
Never.
Isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Something was wrong.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Ugh. What's going on? Stanley. I hate Mondays too, man. No one in there?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh!
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Somebody left their computer on. Turn that off.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. Oh, please.
What?
Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that
that's
all
an
that
achievement?
you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
Okay.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it.
Okay.
Almost
Click, 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 click.
I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
It's 417. 431, 436. But 417, what? What? Oh. What is that, 417? 426, 425, nope. That's not 417. 456, that's an open door. That door's open. Why is that door open? Why is that door open? Why is there paper all over the floor in all these offices? Why is everyone such a messy bastard? Username access, nope. My username is not access, my username is Stanley. Did we turn all the computers off in here? Yes, we did. Okay. Okay. Saving the planet, people. Saving the planet. 417. Remember that. 417. Hello. Hello, 417. Oh, look at you. Anyone around? Click, 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 click.
Great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 3, 7.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415, 415, 415, 415. 417 was through here, yes. So 416, 415!
Now, back to door number 437.
437, 437, 437. We're doing this, Stanley. We can do this, man. Come on. 437, 437, 437, 437. Hello.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
The copy machine? Click.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Okay. 417, 417, 417. Come on, Stanley. There is. Anyone past me?
Now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
417 there for 416 must be there.
We've almost got it. Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Okay, calm down. Calm down. You're scaring me.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, we did it.
Ah, yes.
Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
Look at that achievement.
You did it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now? What were you thinking?
What was I thinking? Oh, we achieved that. Okay. Actually on with the game. Oh. Right, for the first one, because I know how Stanley Parable works, I hate Mondays too. Ill. Gonna do everything he says.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Those steps are not getting fired.
Of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Right, let's go to the boss's office. Maybe my boss is up there. Broom closet!
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
But there might be something in here. Maybe? Maybe?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified.
You gave me something then.
As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Give me something to interact with, man. You're like control of this.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing?
Where does that cable go?
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
A cable goes somewhere. Click, 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 click.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it.
Well, I like to break the mold, thank you very much.
Because literally, this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Oh god, the spelling in that as well. Oh, did you get the broom?
Was fat and ugly and really
Oi! Oi!
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Dude, stop!
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
So I'm like House then, yeah? Am I like House? You know.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Oh.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Come on. Come on. At what point will you stop saying things? I wonder. Oh, screen tearing. I'm sorry about the screen tearing. I'm pretty sure I remembered that turning the VSync on in this game, like, just killed the FPS. You done now?
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Or can I?
You too? Unbelievable. You an entire species of invalids. There's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. Fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Okay. Oh dear, I love this game. Okay, we're done in there. I think we've
Coming to a staircase,
Whoa.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, let's go upstairs. I don't go downstairs yet. Nothing in there. Oh, this must be the boss's office. It's a bit of a jarring change. Executive bathroom, the waiting chairs, the receptionist desk. The doors. That's okay. This is the boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
It's just let's say, sewage plant, maybe? Wine factory? I don't, well, I don't suppose.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
Hang on!
Anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
That's a guy. I am the most expensive boss, apparently. Oh, hang on, that's what. Sewage.
2845.
Lilies by Claude Money. Carte blank by Emma. Okay. Oh, there's a keypad over here. Okay. I wonder what's the code? Okay, we're gonna have to break this.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Oh.
Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely.
Oh, I guess.
But no. This is what he was going to do instead.
I guess I guess. I guess. I guess this is what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna go through here. Oh, well, it's nice that the door opened. I didn't know what the code was. I mean, I would have been stood there like this. And so on. If the door hadn't opened for me. So it's just where I read those paintings. Maybe because I read the paintings. Maybe that's what opened. Why is... Oh, I'm not going to question it. Push the button. Ah! Noisy. Loading screen. Tum-de-tum. Tum-de-tum-de-tum.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I feel a bit peculiar.
A stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ominous.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Nope, no idea what that means. Mind control faculty? Nope. Mind control facility. Ah, this is the one he said to... Yeah, this is the... Yeah, okay. Oh, hello. I would wave, but I seem to only be able to make typing noises. Ah! Oh dear.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
This is huge. I'm skilled at walking with keyboard, aren't I? Have a button. What's it say though? Employee observation protocol. What? Employee... I can't read the... That's... What we got there? Logs? Hex? Binary? That's not binary, there's more than 1 and zeros. Employee... That's the same again. Dude, you've got like 6 how many copies? You also hate Is this like the Hate Mondays company? Ah! Whoa!
Jumped to life. Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
What was I? 147?
So many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Me. Oh, what's happening? 147. There's a 347. Oh no. No, it's 347. 347. Somewhere there. One of those is me. One of those ones is me. 3, 4. That one. Amazing. They are observing my desk, my filing cabinet. Excuse me. Yes. Sorry, text people. Hopefully edited that out. Okay, so yeah, they were looking at my filing cabinet.
Mind control facility. It was too horrible to believe it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this
like irrelevant Cursor Tycoon 3 thing right there?
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oof. Goodbye, world!
No.
No!
He refused to believe
I refuse to believe
this.
this!
Accept it.
Can't accept it! My own life? In someone else's control? Never!
It was unthinkable.
It's unthinkable!
Isn't
it even possible?
Spent his entire life
Have I really spent my entire life blind to the what, really?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Power. Facility power. Mind controls awaiting input. Bloody big screen. Oh! Hello? Anyone? No one's gonna stop me. I'm gonna put this button here. And I'm gonna push it. And none of you are gonna stop me. Anyone? Hello? Hello? Okay. Well. Hello? Help?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Yes.
He had won.
I've won.
He had defeated the machine.
I've won the Stanley Parable.
Himself from
the game with multiple endings.
Command.
I've won it.
Was mere moments
Outright won it.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still
How did
lay
I get here?
unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power
some nasty
that he
dead
had
fighting
been
there.
seeking.
Anyway.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
That's a door? Okay, that must be a door. Okay. Bye. Bye. Don't know what happened to you all, but goodbye. Oh.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense.
We're in Cornwall, aren't we?
The new path before.
Right, well, the hills. Must be Cornwall,
was
right?
Exactly the way, right now, that things.
But I got no signal out here.
Happen.
Bet you.
And Stanley
died.
Was happy.
Oh, okay. The end is never. Never the end is... Oh! Okay.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Oh. And that computer off again. That's a new intro, okay. So it changes every time, okay. You weren't on, oh yes you were. You didn't have that. Input received, pink. Okay. Oh, none of my mouse buttons or anything are working. It hits Monday still. Right now, this time, we're going to do the complete opposite.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I don't know my left and my
right.
right.
To stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You left your Sir. 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 Okay.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had
Indeed.
really been worth the detour after all,
Yes.
just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Oh, speaking of drinks. Hello? Drinks? No?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs.
Oh, those paintings. Ah,
really
yeah.
worth it.
That's a high-res painting right there. That one not so much. That one yes. That one no. That one...
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Poor Stanley. Coffee nut. What nut coffee though,
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Another slightly high res. What time is it? Oh, you move. That's I have no legs. I have no. Okay. And yet I have feet by the sounds of it. Of course, that's the sound of my blood. Maybe. Yeah, clocks don't normally move in games. Okay. The game is sending me a message now. Close the door. Never mind.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
No, I haven't.
First
Let me
open
back
door
in.
on his left to get back to business.
The first open door on my right. You're not open. You're not open. You're another photo. Oh, hello.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. That's not an A4 door, good sir. No, it's not wide enough. It needs to be a bit wider than it is an A4 door. Ooh, I need to find a key card. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, £1,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not sure, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Thank you. Oh, hello. Back here again. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Me,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And you. Oh, but you. Let's go to the meeting room then.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Yep.
he entered the door on his left.
Yep. Right, from now on, if we've heard the dialogue, I will just skip it.
Yet there was not a single person here
Nope,
either.
nobody here.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Yep.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
No, let's not.
Coming
And
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, gonna go downstairs. Ooh, red light. Hello.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Couldn't do
He
it, man.
considered the possibility of facing his boss. admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Yeah,
why did doors close
automatically
behind him when
he
went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Wait, that wasn't...
At last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Hello.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing?
Yeah, that one's a little weird.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley.
Yeah.
Particularly strange. I'm
Bit
dreaming
weird.
about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
I'm not quite keen on you, mate.
While he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Maybe.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
It is a dream, yeah.
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
No, exactly.
How else would the voice explain all that?
Yeah,
this
voice
was a part of
explain
himself.
it, voice.
Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Shit.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
I was asleep.
Then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
You do?
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Yeah.
I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
But did she call the ambulance?
And then she turned and ran.
No. Okay. Brilliant. Thanks for that. Right then, folks, that will do it for today. Hopefully I remember which paths we took, otherwise we're going through them again. And thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time. Also enjoy the 1080p. Uni internet. Gotta love it.